Hey folks, hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Ladybird and pentatonic scales and how they can help you to improvise over the changes. I'll talk briefly about why we might want to use them, and then we'll dive into the shapes. If you'd like a 3-page PDF of the shapes that we're including here, click the link in the description down below, join the email newsletter, and that will be sent straight to your inbox. One reason we may want to use Pentatonics is that we're very familiar. We might have learned a pentatonic scale on our very first lesson or when we first started playing guitar. So they're familiar to us. Make sure you have a basic understanding of the modes of the pentatonic and at minimum the minor and the major. So for example, the minor pentatonic would sound something like this. Okay, and everybody's probably familiar with where it goes from there as far as the position goes. But we can assign a root to either A or C. We could play C major pentatonic. And it's the same note collection. You'll also want to be aware of a different note collection, the dominant pentatonic, or what's sometimes known as the minor 6 pentatonic, which is just slightly different. So A minor 6 pentatonic, instead of string 4 fret 5, we would have string 4 fret 4. And then the dominant pentatonic is simply a mode of that, start on D. As far as technique goes, it works really well for us because we have just 2 notes per string, and so we can pretty naturally work with that kind of flow. As far as the notes go, it's almost like an arpeggio, and you can view it like that if that helps you. So for example, on that last example, basically had a D9. So if we know how to play an arpeggio, D, F sharp, A, C, we simply add the E into that. C, D, E, F sharp, A, C. But collections of notes with 5 or more are generally referred to as scales. But this being the case, we can actually outline chord changes. So you'll see in these patterns, I've grayed out 2 of the notes from the 7-note scale, and the notes in orange will be the actual pentatonic scale. Okay, well, let's begin here. Okay, so measures 1 and 2, we have a chord that fits into the major family. So we have C major 7, and we're going to use the major pentatonic. We're not going to be including the major 7 because it's actually a dissonance on the tone, and also the pentatonic has a more open sound and generally lacks half steps. So we're going with C major pentatonic. So if I take it from the root here, that was string 3 fret 5, then you'll hear the major pentatonic, and you can associate it with C major 7 or C6 or C6-9, anything that's in that major family. Okay, we have a bit of a key change here. So we're using F minor 7, F minor pentatonic. Practice these. Play a chord, play a few of the notes, maybe all the notes in the position. So the previous 2 were minor and major. This one is a different note collection. We have the B flat dominant pentatonic, and this is pulled out of the Mixolydian mode. And the progression goes back to major or Ionian. Now we're setting up key of 4 flats. We're working with B flat Dorian. Okay, same note collection here, but we're again getting more specific by using pentatonic scales. So we have a dominant pentatonic here, E flat dominant pentatonic. And that creates a resolution to the A flat using A flat major pentatonic. Then A minor pentatonic. D mixolydian. Both of those are pulled from the key of 1 sharp. And then now we have a 2-5 going to our 1 chord. So D minor. G dominant pentatonic. C Ionian. C major pentatonic. Okay, and then we have a pretty abrupt shift to A flat major. So this is the 5 chord in that key. So a momentary 5-1 in the key of 4 flats. And the 5 chord. Going to C. So there's a quick overview of using pentatonics on a tune. This tune, Lady Bird. Try this out. See if you can internalize each one of these and work with a backing track or work on playing it on your own and outlining the changes through the use of pentatonics. You can always pause the video throughout to internalize those shapes. But like I said earlier, check the link in the description down below. Join the email newsletter and get that sent to your email inbox. But you could also visit my Substack page, which is study.fretprints.com, to view it, and other diagrams that I've created in the past. Please like and subscribe, and let me know how you're doing with this. Let me know what questions you may have. Enjoy your practice session, and I'll see you all in the next one.